just good. Like, they need something to get on top of the AA. It used to be like what we called the Zoo, which were summon units, but that has been super nerfed. Which is also why AA became more popular. And they go for the Phoenix. That's probably their pos 5. Just gonna chill in the safe lane. Morphling. Okay, so Bryle and Tomato both play this, but this hero is good versus Viper. And that's probably why they're picking, because like he can just morph all the damage that Viper's doing. He can turn into the Viper and then start using Viper spells against the Viper and break the Viper's passive and actually kill him. So this is a good pick. It might just follow the Viper wherever it goes, and this is kind of like their flex pick. I know Tomato loves this hero, and Bryle plays it, so.
Right, this is the downside to Viper too, which is why we sometimes would see the Rubik or the Morphling bans against it, because like, you know, with Rubik you can steal Nether Toxin, then you're breaking him also. This does cause some pretty big issues here. And then to me, the big question now is like, you kind of need to be prepared to go late game against this lineup and either try and like come up underneath that timing and have some like tower damage here, or pick some like super duper late scaling cores with this like next 2 picks and run that Viper in the off lane. And that's a pretty good one.
TA?
You don't like it?
No, I love TA, but I don't love TA with Viper.
Okay.
So like this pick is like a deny pick to morph mid. And historically it does well versus morph mid, so they're trying to like cover their bases. But the problem they're gonna run into is Nyx is gonna be their only stun. And I am not a fan of that at all. It makes the game very complicated to play, and you kind of have to snowball your lanes. But if you win all 3 lanes, it will work. So I used to be a real big hater of not picking stuns, but the only condition I see teams win with when they pick low stun lineups is they just win all 3 lanes and they snowball the game, and it no longer becomes an issue. But I think what Undying's going to do here is they're just going to put this morph safe lane, and they're just going to counterpick this TA now and make sure this TA has a bad lane. They're going to pick maybe a Razor. That's a popular one. Maybe not a Bat Rider against the Nyx, but whatever Bryle feels like is his comfort against TA mid. And maybe the morph is okay too. I'm not entirely sure about this matchup, but I know most people don't like it.
I was checking to see real quickly if Yamsun did the safe lane TA ever, because I know that was something that had started to become a little bit popular through the qualifiers, and then they could switch it up and pick some more control out of mid. But he has no competitive games on it. But that's probably because safe lane TA wasn't really a thing until like recently.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really cool. Maybe a little scary into Axe, but not entirely sure. Maybe with a new Meld Strike, it doesn't matter too much. You're not playing for your fraction this much, but yeah.
I took a look at... Sorry, I took a look at Yamsun's heroes played in Season 2, and it looks like I only see 4 here, and it's Lion, Nyx, Mirana, and Snap.
Well, he played position 4 last season
because
Envy was on his team, so he switched back to carry for this qualifier.
Sorry.
So his stats are a little skewed.
They ban out the Razor though, so again, those counters that you were talking about. Faceless Void also taken out of the pool. Yeah, their team is just very weird on black and yellow. I feel like they need to change this up in some way, because as it stands right now, if they just pick a normal carry, like they have no control, and this morph's going to run all over them.
I want Viper carry. I don't care anymore. Like, TA's your win condition. Put Viper versus Axe, destroy him in lane, snowball the game, and just pick a real stun for the off lane now, and you can salvage your lineup like this.
Okay.
Who would that stun be?
In this particular game, what's left here? And what could be good?
Mars
could be fine. Maybe not Sand King into Morphling. Legion Commander could be okay, but they go for a carry and they pick the Ursa.
How are they going to lock down a hero so that Ursa can slap them?
It's all Nyx. Maybe a Atos on Viper. That's like...
Oh, yeah.
The only ways they can really do this. And Ursa, he buys a Diffusal, has the Clap, he can provide a little bit of control. It's really good against Morphling in that regard because you can burn his mana and lock him down a bit. So they have a lot of slows, but the cool thing about Ursa that I do like is you can't just TP out in front of an Ursa.
Right.
or maybe not a TA as well, which a lot of low stun lineups are kind of like an issue. So I think Undying should just, if they can, pick a bit more mobility in their draft, because I think if you get slowed, you can die here. But if you play, I guess Puck is banned, Quap isn't super popular and maybe not good as well, but they're just gonna put the Morph mid, okay, and they're going for Drow.
I like that idea. I mean, you know, Tomato can just get into like a force staff at some point. Just buy mass forces, win game. This looks good from Undying. I like their draft.
Yeah, so I do like it. It's they went for a hero that is good versus the Viper in the offlane. You don't really want to play a melee hero unless it's like your Juggernaut or something, but you don't want to pick Jug into Ursa and TA, right? So they picked a ranged hero, and this hero could have a lot of success this game. I like it.
Am I hearing that both of you are fans of Undying's draft over Black and Yellow's draft for this game?
Yep.
Yeah, I will never be on side with a team with one stun. I don't think it's good.
All right. I think I do have to agree. As much as I love to be the contrarian, I do like Undying's draft a lot. They have a lot more stuns, and they also have the Morphling for Viper, which is very unfortunate for Team Black and Yellow. But I mean, we'll see, because Black and Yellow brought the fire in their match yesterday, and they're definitely a force to be contended with. And you know, Undying is just, everybody knows that Undying has been performing really, really, really well consistently across the entire year, basically. And we will see what happens between Undying and Black and Yellow as we get into game 1 of the series. And I'll leave it to you guys, you Lyrical and Fear. Take it away.
Here we go, right on into the game yet again. Thank you, Sumi. So good to hear that we're all in agreement that Undying is really good at Dota. Fear. That's what, you know, I think us and every Battle Pass prediction basically said about what they were expecting out of North America. It's just tough, you know. You got this freaking Nyx assassin that's got to do so much on Flea. But if there is a person that I believe in to make a lot happen with a little, it's going to be Flea. This guy's he's a freaking legend. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, Flea's a great player. All the teams he's played on, he's usually been like the standout performer. He's been a little more greedy than a lot of your position fours. Takes a lot of farm, but he does a lot with it. So I don't blame him. As far as like this match goes, like the only thing that I'm worried about for Undying is this mid lane. If S can punish this morph mid with this TA, then Black and Yellow could get a nice snowball running where TA has a lot of traps on the map. She gets her early Dragonlance, Deso, and Blink Dagger, and I'm sure you've seen it before, but TAs can like 1v5 a game if all the conditions are met. And I'm just a little worried about Bryle and his laning stage, but if he outplays him, then it's going to be rough for Black and Yellow, I believe.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, and it's interesting too, right? Because like, I think that there's this situation where just to go back again to like the stories of some of these players. Obviously, you've got a very storied career across these as the sheeshas are coming in. I'm gonna lose my mind this series, by the way. I swear. I'm trying to have this like this touching moment where I'm talking about Flea for a second. Everybody's sheeshing me. So I did an interview with him earlier this year, and he was talking about the fact that like I think it was across 2 or 3 separate internationals, he had gotten second place by 1 game. It was like 3 times in a row or something like that through TI9, TI8, TI7. And it was knocked out by multiple different people across multiple different regions. And it was always just like 1 game away. It's absolutely crazy the way that I think that there's a couple of different players that have been like that, where it's like they've been around for so long and they've been like on the precipice. And well, now looking for first blood. Arrow going to connect there. Saberlight starting to drop down low. And can they get the kill? Oh, he's underneath the tower, but Saberlight will not be first blood. Instead, it's Yamsun that falls. Oh
my gosh. Yeah, that is...
Dude, the tower regen.
Well, Yamsun didn't have to suicide there. Like, that was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of nerves coming in there, but they would have easily got that first blood if he contributed 1 right click, you know, like,
right.
I don't think it mattered. They had 5 stacks of poison on him, so he was going to take down. But yeah, remember I talked about that mid matchup. Now Bryle's got first blood. So that's worst case scenario, because I feel like this mid matchup was super important for this game.
Totally. Yeah, it's potentially going to be a bit problematic here. And already, let's get a deny there to start off. So that's what you want to be seeing. We'll see if he's going to be able to, sort of make up for the problems of the Ursa dying to him early on here. But at least Yamsun back up in the lane against Saberlight. And this is hopefully we want for it. Do you normally try and take Earthshock first, or was that just for that first blood that he had to go for it?
If you can't secure range creep, sometimes we'll get Earthshock, but generally speaking, I personally don't like getting it. It's not a big deal one way or another, but it just makes it a little harder to CS because Ursa's base damage is really low without the Fury swipes, but we'll see if his CS suffers because of it. If not, it's no big deal.
Okay.
Jubei's pain trains on him.
God, right on top. Moon there, ready to chase down.
He's going to suicide.
Does he do the ring around the Rosie, or is he just going to go straight for it? No, Roche takes the kill. So that one will be fine, as Moon already picking up that Blightstone. So when Phoenix comes back, the one armor going to be brought down that much further, even though he does have the Ring of Protection. So could be a bit annoying. And, well, at least out of the early goings, you can see things not looking too bad mid and bottom side. Tomato and Dubu able to keep themselves pretty topped off in terms of CS, forcing back the Zero. You talked about this being a tough matchup, and only one CS so far for him. Does it get any better later?
Not really, because he's playing versus 2 range trios that are going to keep harassing him, and unfortunately, he got poison attack level 1, so that really affected his CS quite a lot. And Tomato's actually got 5 stacks on him, and he did not use his port.
In some trouble?
Zero got pathinged.
Oh no. Chase tries to get the slowdown. Tomato should notice there as well. He's tagged up as Depressed Kid Fan, who I believe was is it Empire player that came second through the Eastern European qualifiers, I'm pretty sure?
I'm not sure, but I know he's European. I've seen him play Pops, but
okay.
I don't know how he placed. But yeah, this bottom lane, his CS is bad because most Vipers get Nether Toxin level 1. Just shove in the lane, get most of CS. But because of that first blood attempt, he went for the poison attack, and that really messed with his lane, and he didn't even get the first blood. So back to that point of, he got the kill on Axe, but not the first blood, and it went to the Morph. Not only does it affect mid lane, it now affects their off lane.
Right. Yeah, struggling. Very annoying for sure. And that's just one of those things where the small situations start to snowball on top of each other. So you can see up top there, Saberlight not quite able to get the call. There was a big creep wave there. So at the very least, Yamsun now starting to have a better time as down bottom. Dubu goes down. So Flea comboing together with Zero, able to make something happen here. As it's just a bit too far out on the map on Dubu.
Yeah, I mean, that's this Viper hero in a nutshell. You lane him with a melee hero, and if you're ever out of position, it's so much damage. You're just going to die every time. This is what makes Viper so strong. This is not the case with a Leshrac, for example. You'll take damage, but Viper will finish the job.
Right. Well, that is, I guess, part of the reason that's been banned out so often is, people just don't want to have to deal with it. And how frustrating it can be. Oh. Good start so far for Tomato down here in terms of the CS. In terms of the actual level advantage, though, you can see that Viper's doing perfectly fine. As down towards mid, yeah, a little bit of battle back and forth there. They are doing perfectly okay. Neither of them really pulling that much further ahead of the other one. Zero down bottom, as well as the stun now onto Dubu. Back and forth they go, trying to find the finish onto the Viper, but able to fog him outside of that vision. And another kill on this AA.
Yeah, it's really good. Zero right now is not healthy at all, so he needs to top himself off if he wants to continue to lane here.
Meanwhile?
Oh, or he might die.
Yeah, right.
I'm a little worried about him there. I mean, Yamsun's super
He's actually
farmed.
got him. Wait, Zero. Oh, able to live. 5 HP.
I think he should just run into the tower there and just die, to be honest. Get a free TP.
Right?
But, it's fine. Flea's going to be like, yeah, go take the long path back. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll take all the CS.
Everything's fine here, surely. Wow. So
you can just do a neutral camp 2 on the way if you want.
yeah, true. I mean, That's looking pretty good right now, actually. Like again, they're not getting that many creeps, but they're killing heroes. So 4-1 start, certainly not bad. And at the same time, oh, Saberlight pulls the creep wave over afterwards, and they're taking this stack. Damn, dude. That was 2 huge stacks that Saberlight just took. He got so much gold from that.
Yeah, he really did. They're just like, they gave up on top lane because Yamsun already has a Morbid Mask up there, so he can't be messed with anymore. Not really. So they're just gonna outfarm him by doing this, and this is one of the reasons why Axe and Centaur were so popular in the offlane. Timbersaw too. I think if you want, you can just farm. Oh, Flea has found a way to block the Ancients and all these stacks as well.
Right.
And this might be something that TA can look at later.
And maybe a way to come in and try and contest those, sneak them away from them. I mean, Esk is going to have to be careful because there's definitely still ways for them to kill this TA if she steps just a bit too far outside of her comfort zone. But likewise, you know, the Viper, we've already seen them punish multiple times with this hero too. So it's just going to come down to who rotates and when. 0.
There's not going to be much rotation from Black and Yellow, I'll tell you that much. Viper's a hero that wants to kind of just sit in lane.
Right.
So he has his items. TA, the same. And Ursa, also not known for his rotations. So, can be very static laning stage, and he'll probably just trading farm. And this feels good for Axe, because normally when you do this, you're kind of afraid of the mid laner coming by to kill you. You know, some Lesh mid is going to walk by and make you feed twice, but he's fearless against this TA mid, so he's going to get really farmed.
Yeah, this is a big Saberlight game. And I think that this is the full Vanguard along with Raindrops and a Windlace coming out to him, all in the Courier. So he is very fast, already working towards that Blink Dagger afterwards. We'll see what his timing ends up being on it. But could also go back to take the stacks if he wants to, over there on the triangle. I mean, it's pretty far away. He might probably just wants to farm their entire jungle.
Yeah, I mean, this is way more pressure. If he ever goes back for the stacks, like, they would start getting pressured on the top lane, and
right.
He won't be able to make a play like he's making now, where he can just run at the mid lane, so... Wants to stay in aggressive position. I don't know what their plan is here exactly. Are they just going to dive the TA?
Oh, they're going to take the other stacks.
Oh, they saw those stacks, and they're going to go for those now. Very interesting.
Oh, Jubei, no. Arrow comes out, the call, and the dunk afterwards. Very nicely played. Oh, my God, my dog
this hurts.
So
this is next level.
Dude, this is so much freaking gold coming in. Look at this. And it's also with the timing where they get the next tier of items up. Oh, man.
Surely they have to stop this ancient shenanigans.
I mean,
they have to.
Flea's coming over. They're trying to. Esk is here as well. All right, a battle going on the bottom side, too. Literally 10 heroes here by the Ancient Sack. Saberlight goes down. Jubei 0 also falls. So 2 for 1 so far, but they got some of those creeps that they get them all. Moon, maybe in a bit of trouble, gets the jump away, but they find the finish with Esk. Triple kill for Bryle. A little bit of insanity going on there.
Yeah, we'll see after they take the stack if things neutralize a little bit, but that was very good for Bryle's game. He got a triple kill out of that. Wasn't great for Saberlight, because it was okay, but he ended up dying for that one.
Right.
Morph is doing way better than I expected, and this TA is honestly struggling now, and her comeback mechanic was taken away from her. Most of it, at least.
Well, that is, yeah, not necessarily what you want to see out of this hero that so often just wants to try and snowball away. And it's hard to, like, rebuild that sort of piggy bank of farm, you know? Where are you going to go? Because, like, you know, Yamsum needs to farm too. I guess that she can just push out the wave and then come back afterwards to stack it. But, yeah, big detriment there for sure.
I like Bryle's build. He's got, like, the triple band of Elven skin.
What? What the hell? What's that about? This guy's crazy.
He's going Yasha Dragonlance.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, like, yeah, just get a bunch of those belts, or whatever they're called. It feels pretty nice. A lot of agility.
Yeah, that's neat.
So they're level 6 on AA now. Blink Dagger's coming out soon on Axe. I think pretty soon here, kills are going to be very easy to execute for Undying, whereas Flea needs his level 6.
Right.
And every Vendetta cooldown, I feel like it's their only kill opportunity.
Looks for a stun there onto Moon, but won't quite be able to catch it. Spots him there. Oh my god, mass TPs. Be careful there. Moon jumps away. A blast gonna come in. Didn't connect onto Zero. And Saberlight showing down here. Hasn't revealed the blink because he's still a couple hundred gold away from it. And we'll complete it in just a moment. So
yeah, during that time, Roshan went down to the Ursa.
Right.
He has Aegis.
Cool. Stun. Moon in trouble. And going to fall. Yamson comes in for the easy KS there. Love to see it.
Yeah, he's close to that Diffusal Blade, and with the Aegis, he might be the hero that needs to like make something happen on the map, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're gonna try mid here, see if they can get Tomato without him realizing it, but they got a sentry down.
Spots it, goes for the straight up stun though. Saberlight, thinking about a call, finally gets it now, but the waveform through Bryle finds the finish. Jubei takes a lot of damage from that one. Moon thinks about chasing, but calls it off. So that was not the Vendetta play that they wanted. And also a little bit of a funky blink dagger reveal from Saberlight, but still, it's incredibly strong timing right here for Undying for a while.
Yeah, they're just going to move together on their supports plus Axe, and the cores will have total freedom to farm or join depending on what they want to do. It's a very straightforward game plan.
Right.
Saberlight should probably stop farming now and just start looking to get really active every time they have like a smoke or a Moonlight Shadow. But for now, they're just going to optimize until the next smoke comes out or the next power spike.
Yeah. I hope that he doesn't just wait till Manta. We've seen so many of those axes just do that.
He can't do that with his lineup. He has 2 carries.
Yeah.
You can afford to do that if you have like the Ember mid or the Void Spirit mid or the Puck mid, but if you have a Morph mid, I don't think you can be that greedy.
Well, he's going for phase boots next, so a little bit more of that mobility along the lines as well. I mean, again, Esk right now on this TA, not like shut out by any means, but like has this Dragonlance building towards the Deso, and Flea is actually back behind here. Could look for an opening onto Dubu since they do have vision. Well, do they want to go? They don't really have anybody in the area that can make this stuff happen, and Esk just going for a walk. A little crazy right there. Waveform and the runaway.
Might just be a dead Dubu here.
Yeah. Oh, sidestep. Dubu drops down that slow. Missed uphill by Zero. Okay. Little Dubu getting away. Please, still
Dubu's pinging like, help, guys.
Please, don't get me. Oh my god, the turnaround. No, Flea. In some trouble. Looking for the finish. Oh my god, did he just get Saberlight killed? No. Saberlight TP's out.
Yeah, what's done?
And now, instead, Jubei is going to go down. Zero. Oh, they get it. Got him caught in trouble. Turns out stuns are pretty good, Fear.
Yeah, even the mini stun from Morph proving to get them a kill.
Yeah. Wow. That's wild. 2,000 gold lead now at about this 14-minute mark. Yamsun does have that Diffusal. Aegis still in hand for another minute and a bit. As Moon going to get chased here. Still has 3 leaps. And Moonlight Shadows as well. Oh, out of mana. Nice, fine. In the meantime, they're taking mid. Good play from Undying.
Yeah, I don't think Flea understands like how perfectly he has to play this game for them to be able to get kills. He's kind of like throwing his stuns out and they're still chasing after they miss.
Right.
They need to like realize once his stun is on cooldown, they need to reset. And they just got to play this really slow. The Viper opted for bots and not an Atos, so it's going to be an even slower timing, and we're really just committed to the farm here.
Yeah, the game is very, very difficult for sure. Like that they really just don't have the tools that they need right now, barring some type of perfect initiation. Like even if Nyx is there and like Invis and on top of somebody, the amount of time it takes for the rest of his team to get there too, like there's no chance for a follow-up. They need like Blinks or that Atos that you're talking about or something else, because otherwise they're just not doing anything, and at least until those items come up and online. Saberlight Gonna wrap around, sees that Zero is throwing out nether toxins. Does he go for a blind blink?
That would be pretty insane.
I
mean, diving at tier 2 at this stage of the game is like not easy. There's a couple of conditions you need to know. This is a mass TP to the bottom lane. They want to kill the Ursa.
Oh, that one's good.
The arrow hit.
Damn.
There we go. Couldn't get the enrage off. Well done. Especially knowing the timing of the Aegis there, so. Scouted him out. I don't know who called it, but whoever saw that opportunity, big pick.
Really, really well played. And I think that that's something that, like, it's what we've kind of been seeing missing, is like the timing of when to go and like perfectly executing a maneuver, whatever that maneuver is. You know, there's been like, it felt like you could definitely feel the nerves in some of the other matches. Undying, very, very clean and collected play so far.
Tomato might walk up here if they have damage.
Stun. Got him caught for the moment. And Esk, right as I'm giving praise, they feed away a kill, which is just sometimes how it goes. It's fine. Everything's cool. But yeah,
I mean, that just happens when you play Drow. If you ever get on top of this hero, she melts in just a couple clicks. So yeah, the next timing, I do hope this Viper, I guess I'm gonna go check right now, finishes this Atos, or at least he has nothing queued up. I don't know what he plans on getting, but I want to see Blink Daggers on the Ursa. Oh, they're going on Ursa bottom, or Saberlight's being gone on, one or the other, but nothing much happening there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Blink Daggers on both the TA and the Ursa, and an Atos on the Viper, and then now all of a sudden they have tools to get kills. Otherwise, they're just going to keep walking it off, and this game's going to feel a little awkward for them for some time.
Right. Nobody's showing mid there. Brio will reveal coming out of the smoke. So they're playing right now just with Dubu and Saberlight as they try and head up to the north. They're going to run into Esk and Flea, just passing barely by each other. This is a great hit onto Brio. Tries to take him down and dead. Oh, what a huge play. And the timing of that was just like so inopportune for Undying. They might be able to get a little bit of retribution here, though. The silence out onto both. TA dead. Can they find any more? Zero. Well, Saberlight does the OP thing and just TPs out again.
Yeah, just TP on front of 3 heroes. It's fine.
Right.
He saw Nick's use of stun.
This man needs a refresher. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Ursa's going S and Y.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fine item on Ursa, but I don't know, I'll keep harping on it, but I really just want them to get some gap close, as you can see. Like, if Ursa has a blink there and blinks on the axe while he's TPing out, he can actually kill him, but right. He's never going to walk up and kill him in a situation like this. Well,
there is going to be the Atos soon for the Viper, queuing it up. He's, what, about 700 gold away at this point. So that will be something. Also, Roche, very quick respawn here, just about 10 seconds before it's back up. And that could be an opportunity for Ursa to try and go in and take it again. Obviously, sneaking that Roche really early on there means that the second Roche timing will come that much quicker. Unfortunately, that's like around the timing where Undying are very strong and Black and Yellow kind of aren't. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Flea he's got 2 great pickoffs in a row, which is like helping them so much, both on course, right? They killed the Drow, then he killed the Morphling. So if he continues to get these picks like this, that might create an opening for them to get this next Roche. And the next Roche has a shard, and as all Ursa players know, that shard is OP on Ursa. Yeah, so you get that second Aegis, you get that Roche, and then all of a sudden you're jumping on Dubu, and Dubu's like, my spells don't last any duration versus this, because like if you ever Ice Blast him while in rage, it reduces it by a lot. Same with his Q, and it just will be so hard for Dubu to play this game if he gets on top of him. Yeah. Same goes for Axe. You know, the status resistance, it's no joke in a game like this. It's very strong.
Yeah, you mean the call is like, it just does nothing. It does not last long enough at all.
Especially with S and Y, right? He's going to have S and Y and Enrage. It's like, they're going to have a hard time dealing with that. But the condition is this: they do need to get the second Roche. And it's really going to be up to Flea, and he's been doing a great job so far, to find another opening to give him that map positioning so they can do it. Or there's just going to have to be like some YOLO Roche smoke, which I don't think Undying will let that happen.
Right. You'd hope not, at the very least. You know, it's interesting. I'm trying to remember the mechanic. It is that if you get called by Axe, you can't enrage, right? If you get Ags. Because it's like it counts as a taunt silency thing or something.
Yeah, that's like Legion and Axe. I don't think you can use the Axe.
Right.
Because it is a taunt silence you for some unknown reason.
Dude.
But they're doing this. They're doing
Oh my god, you caster cursed him! You caster cursed him again! Oh, you're a natural. Dude, they just get it.
Nope. I mean, it's just so fast. Like Dubu should just had that thing down at all times, right? But he probably feels bad about that. But there it is. Another Aegis and a Shard.
Dude.
And a Cheese. So, Cheese not super effective versus AA if you get the burst, but if you don't burst them within the A blast, then that could be big.
Alright.
And advantage goes to black and yellow now.
Big, huge swing there. Like, they now have the 2 top net worths in the game. Viper's still a bit behind, but, you know, Viper's just going to Viper things. And he does have the Atos now, so they've kind of got some of these. I mean, this is a big timing for them. Do they have vision? Oh, who are they going to find? They're going to dodge Moon, who throws out the arrow to the side. Flea leading the charge. He's going to find Tomato right there, but can they burst him? Atos down. Force staff to the low ground. Oh, what a play. And then being able to use the marksmanship from the low ground. Stun afterwards. Big Ice Blast connecting onto all of them. The Supernova afterwards, though, they kill the Drow. Moon gonna miss there on the stun. That would have been a huge axe call, but they couldn't get it in time. And now black and yellow thinking about a turnaround there. Get the taunt, the chase down. Zero almost dead. Will he survive for the moment at the very least? But they managed to kill off the axe. So a trade of offlaners. Now Yamsun trying to chase down Brile here. They did manage to get the cold feet proc onto S, but Morph will escape. A 3 for 3.
I mean, I like the idea from Tomato, but unfortunately his choice to use his E from the low ground there actually got him killed. Because Flea got off the Carapace and stun from the high ground to the low ground. Then Viper just did the rest of the damage there. But yeah, net worth didn't really change that much after that engagement. But still, the fact that black and yellow are doing so well. Flea has a Blink Dagger now going into the Yules. I'm glad he didn't go for the Aghanim's build, knowing that he has to get in there first.
Right.
So he doesn't want to sit in the back and cast a spell. He's going for a Yules too, going for more catch. Black and yellow, they're looking pretty good right now.
And, you know, Jubei, his egg that he got up on that high ground was just superb too, right? Like,
yeah,
that was so, like, clutch for them to be able to get that one. It meant that the team fight just looked super weird and Axe couldn't get the call to interrupt all this stuff. So, very impressive performance all around from black and yellow. And they're showing, you know, give these guys an even draft. You got a game on your hands. Saberlight coming in to tank the jump. Dubu gets the Ice Blast off, but Saberlight, he's just going to feed away his life as well. Yamsun tipping him as he's killing him. This guy has absolutely zero chill. Unreal. Dude, it's happening, Fear.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's like I'm trying to figure out this Morph's purpose right now in this game, and it looks like a really hard Morph game now. Like, playing versus TA, because Morph is like a bursting type hero. They don't really have an Ags combo. However, the lineup from Undying, since... Oh, Brio? Alright, looks like they're just playing with him.
I mean, they've got heroes on the other side.
Yeah, he's gonna have to TP here.
He's dead. Brio. Oh, God. All right, I spoke too soon. Now I cast a curse. Dang it. But that's fine still. Good play there by Brile to know the limits of his hero and get himself out of dodge. That was very well played. Moon also trying to slow him down a little bit there. Tomato punching now into the Ursa. Nice catch. Brings the Yamsun down low, and we'll lose that Aegis. Round 2, though. Do we have anything?
They can't lose Flea.
Oh, nice play there. Now they need to get out, but can they? In some trouble. The egg gonna get popped up on the high ground, and they destroy him. Yamsun's down. Egg is dead. Black and yellow. It was looking good for a moment, but now the taunt pullback onto both. Esk left alone. BKB tries to escape, will be able to, but a great turnaround fight from Undying.
Yeah, I was about to say as well, like, the thing about their lineup right now is if they win one team fight, the bonus marksmanship works on Morphling too, so they can actually shred buildings really quickly the longer this game goes on. So it's going to be one of those games where Undying's never really out of it if they get that one team fight, because like they can just throw them
right totally
at some point in the game. So you just see the damage is plentiful. And this egg is so easy to kill. They have Mirana and Drow, so like being able to egg in this game is not going to be reliable, especially because they don't really have any stuns to protect it.
Well, and it was
pretty hard game for Jubei.
True. I mean, that last fight that we saw before that one was like the perfect situation for him being able to get on the high ground while other stuff was happening. But it does show, like, you know, in a way, Black and Yellow, they knew what they needed to do, right? Get a bunch of vision down behind the tier 2 tower on the bottom side, and then, like, sort of eventually push that tower down a little bit, as Moon going to be able to dodge another stun from Flea there in the mid lane. But they kind of just, like, went a little bit too big for their britches there. Were able to, you know, start the fight early. It got messy, and they pulled them out of position. Very impressive. Now
they're ready to go again. 5-man smoke, but they didn't clear that one creep. So we'll see how much they're paying attention to that. But when 5 heroes go off the map and creeps are pushing into your tier 2, your spider senses should tingle just a little bit.
And Yamson's going to back away here, it looks like. So now I feel like we're in this weird position where, like, we're not in late game Dota yet, but it's about to be third Roche in the next couple of minutes. How do you see both of these teams sort of dealing with each other as we get to the later stages? Do Black and Yellow have the tools that they need to deal with the Undying draft?
They do. They just need to get on top of the Drow. Like, that's, like, super important, because this Ursa is going to get kited if he doesn't jump this Drow, as you saw last fight. And he is an agility hero with high armor, so is Viper, so is TA. So the marksmanship, if no one's on top of it and it's going off, she will kill all their cores very quickly.
Right.
3 agility cores for Drow.
And again, reason you're talking about that is the marksmanship piercing through the base armor that is the main source of their armor through it. So yeah, really difficult to deal with, and you can see that Tomato now just beating away at this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. That will give them access to the outpost first. Black and Yellow do the Power Rangers TP out and head on down towards bottom, and then Smoke Up is for no Viper in this one though.
He has bots. This is a very interesting move. I actually like this a lot. They might catch him off guard. That's Tomato they found. He has BKB though, so as usual, he needs to stun first.
Oh, he used his force staff to get in. S tries to chase, tries to jump. Flea staying right on top, but the call from Saberlight. Oh, trying to blow him up. There's the egg. They turn onto it. It's going to get exploded. Ask down low, dead. They take down Moon, but it's already 2 dead, and one of them a core, and Yemsa now getting kited, getting burned. Flea has to try and save his buddy, but no such luck. Blink Dagger canceled. Got to throw out that stun to try and get away, but Flea also will fall. Black and Yellow is a good idea, but wasn't quite executed the way they needed it to be.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a really impressive move. Like, that's not very common.
Right.
Like, they knew that they were in the triangle. They had the tier 1 bottom. They were all top, and they mass TP'd the bottom lane to smoke and, like, surprise them. And honestly, it almost worked. Just, Flea has to be the one that starts every engagement.
Right.
Like, they were able to get off that BKB because I think Ursa went first, right? And yeah, Drow barely got out, and Saberlight got them all clumped up, and they were able to turn the fight. Good idea. I'm sad that didn't work because I thought that was kind of like a next level play, but it just happens.
Sometimes the next level play is just not enough. They're on a whole nother level. That's how it goes. As well, Roche, a minute and 30 away from respawning now. And Undying already taking over this area. They've claimed that outpost. This is going to be the easier fight for them, at least in terms of like the area control that they're maintaining, it feels like. But Flea's searching again. I mean, I guess that Black and Yellow not being able to like take down this bottom tower has really been frustrating, I'm sure, for them. This Flea?
Yeah, they see full arrow. Oh. No, that's Black and Yellow swords, never mind, so they don't see him. But Flea's just like, he's not really going to do anything up here because he has no team.
Right.
He's kind of like a walking observer ward.
Yeah, keeping an eye on things. Does have Vendetta back up again in a few here. This is a morph illusion. We'll see if they can get them to commit onto this. No, just they know it's an illusion. All right. Still take that one down.
Yeah, I mean, Zero's job down here is just to keep the equilibrium in their team's favor while having his boots of travel ready. during this time, this will give an opportunity for black and yellow, if they want to smoke up and contest Undying, and which they will have to do when Roche gets closer to spawning. Otherwise, I think if an Aegis goes on Undying, third Roche could be very difficult to deal with if they put that on top of their Drow.
Well, you talked previously in a series that we cast together about Phoenix, you know, getting this Aghanims and then kind of griefing your team with it potentially. And
yeah, this seems like a griefy game to me.
It's looking a little scary, if we're honest. He actually almost has it. He's only, what, 200 gold away, has the gold for it now if he wants, but they were underneath this ward, scouted it. Saberlight misses the call. Now BKB out, backs away, Ice Blast off the mark. What else do they have left in the tank? S gets the blink away. So that's BKB down on Saberlight. There's an opportunity.
And Ice Blast. Yeah. Little bit of, was that a blind call? So that would make sense why it missed, but also very manly attempt if that was the case. But there is this is a fast smoke right after, no BKB, no Ice Blast.
Fleet looking for that opening.
The Ravage.
They're all grouped together, looking for the jump, wants to go, they're all together. Big Impale hits on the 4. Holy moly, take him down. Can they do it though? They have enough left in the tank. They're trying to chase down Tomato. Oh, the Hurricane Pike, it's too good. Sometimes a Ravage isn't enough out of a Nyx, and they're just gonna kite them away. Flea will drop Yamsum, tries to turn back onto Bryle, but there's gonna be the call. Not enough stuns on the team as Esk gets bullied, pulled back down, and dead. Damn, dude, it was supposed to be the moment, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so good, but you just saw the follow-up after the Ravage was... What was the... There is no, like, additional stun, right? So, like, they just got off their BKBs after, they got their Hurricane Pikes off on both Morphling and Drow, and at that point, they got their distance again, and that was it.
Dude, somebody buy a Meteor Hammer. Like,
I mean, how much more do you want Flea to do? He needs a Meteor Hammer too, huh?
Right. I mean, I don't know, maybe Jubei or something. Somebody needs it.
Honestly, I would have not minded the Meteor Hammer on Phoenix this particular game.
Oof.
But like, it's just probably...
It's so hard.
I don't know, like playing Phoenix versus AA seems to like be a little difficult.
True. Saberlight catches Flea again. We'll go into Vendetta form and back out of there. But 15,000 gold lead after that one fight. And, oh, they got Roche. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
That's a rough one. Dang, dude. Unbelievable. Oh, and was it Ags for Bryle, too? Yeah, so he gets a huge injection of gold now.
Yep, they got the Ags instead of the Refresher. Which honestly wouldn't have been that good for their team. There's no really big spells, so...
Well, Aghanim's Axe, Berserker's Call, applies Battle Hunger, and it reduces... it reduces the 7 armor per affected target.
I mean, I don't know if Bryle... I guess he has Aegis, he can get in there with it.
Yeah.
Seems okay.
Well, it's interesting, for sure. Waveform into call. Yo, I mean, it's just regular Battle Hunger now, right? So it's like all of these Battle Hungers are getting -7 armor onto them. Dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super impressed by it, but it's something.
He got it off Roche, right? Who cares? That's great.
Free.
Good stun again. But the call comes afterwards. Yamsun wants to blow somebody up, but they get the Force Staff away. Aegis in tow. Good save with the Phoenix Egg, but the problem is you both just die in the end. Bryle will get the Force Staff living. Triple kill for Tomato. Pretty game from Undying, taking maximum advantage of the weaknesses in the black and yellow draft. Very, very good stuff from Undying.
Yeah, at this point, like, they've hit the timing where they have Drow and Morph in your base, and just look at these buildings. Bye-bye.
Yeah, they get
Throne's probably next.
So quickly. So, you know, a rotation back towards bottom. Undying, you know, you love to see a lot of, what's the right word there? Stick-to-itedness, something along those lines. They're staying together. They're not overextending. They're gonna dot their I's, cross their T's, take this tier 2 tower, and head down bottom to get megas. No need to dive and then end up losing the game off of it.
Yeah, this game is like pretty straightforward for them now. They just need to walk down every lane, just have Drow and Morph hit it. And for Black and Yellow, they're doing exactly what they need to do. They need to not let that happen.
Right.
So they need to find a way to get a fight before they get in their base.
One last hurrah potentially here from Black and Yellow, hoping to find somebody. They're doing the big old wraparound. Drow illusion does show. Do they realize it? Yeah, they should realize this is an illusion now. Or maybe, maybe they just want to go farm jungle together as a team. There's creeps hitting their tier 4 towers. It's tough.
I mean, I really respect like the innovative like pathing they've been taking in this game to like try to get the team fights.
Right.
But
their smoke
Undying is not gonna budge. They're not gonna do what they did last time and just stray from the area they need to be in. They know where exactly Black and Yellow has to be.
Yeah. They scan, and now they're gonna smoke up, and they all jump onto the Drow illusion. Oof, oof, oof. Undying looking to catch a straggler, and who's it gonna be? Yamsun gets him with the call, is going to fall. Great pickoff again from Undying. Reading the map, reading the situation, and he has buyback, but this one's going to hurt as they will head on down after taking the tier 2 and go for more. Force jump call, a little bit off the mark there. Flea not going to get caught by it, but Black and Yellow staying through to the bitter end. They buy back now on Ursa. Going to see if they can take one more fight. Right now, the Blink Dagger being broken by Flea, but the racks are falling, and Waveform just explodes Jubei. Nothing left in the tank for him. Zero almost goes down. He's able to survive through by the skin of his teeth, but as Yamsun actually dies also, that's going to be a dieback. That's going to be the GG. Impressive showing from Undying in this game number 1. This is the team that we're all hoping to see.
Yeah, I mean, I was also impressed by Black and Yellow with the resources they had. They did more than I expected them to do, so kudos for that.
Right, absolutely. Well, and I think that that's something to sort of keep in mind, like you're talking about, is that this is a team that's coming as the underdog, and we're able to make sort of a game out of it at various points, despite sort of not having a heck of a lot of stuns. But for now, we're going to go to a quick break. When we get back, we're going to break it down for all y'all in the panel. See y'all then.